Hello and welcome back to another episode here on the OmathaCraft server. In today's episode we are going to be doing some 1.14 shenanigans and farmings with this lot down here. There we have Mr. Dragon and Mr. JLR just down there, and as you may see there is a lot, I'm being shot at, there is a lot of bamboo, and we are going to be building, probably as you can see, a bamboo farm here at our base. This is going to be a nice and big bamboo farm because we want lots of bamboo. This is going to be the new expansion of our base for the 1.14 area. What we've done so far is marked out an area, as you can see, just around here. But what we need to do now is, I think what we're going to do is we're going to flatten it, maybe, or we're going to build the first layer in. Probably out of slabs or something like that, put the rails on, then we're going to put all the grass on the top, and when we got the grass on, good job, when we got the grass on the top, we'll then put the bamboo on top of that, then we're going to have some flying machines, some big walls. This thing is going to look so cool, so what we're going to do is, I think, crack on with it, but I think what we need first is, obviously, we've got all the bamboo growing up here, which is, there's quite a lot, very nice, and we've also got some supplies in there, and all dotted around, but what we need is to get a load of dirt, which I think we have in one of our shulker boxes, that one there. I think we got a whole bunch of dirt and grass there. That is good. So what we're going to do is, and we're also going to need some slabs of some kind. What slabs should we use? I think stone brick slabs or smooth stone slabs. Those smooth stone slabs are a massive pain to get, so I know what we should do. Let's take a bunch of stone, just like this. We're going to take all of this stone, probably, yeah, you know what, we'll just take it all. We'll take it all. And he's flashing that there. Now we're going to fly over to our super smelter just over here, plonk this stuff in, get smooth stone, which is the new way you craft it now. This is obviously the wrong layer, good job. And let's slide in here. We're going to plop this just in the top chest, just like that. I'm going to let all that smelt, then we can get a load of smooth stone. Clearly we have a lot of kelp here. Look at that, we have got tons and tons of the stuff. That is a very cool. So I'll let that smelt up, and then we can start placing down the rails, the first layer, and then we'll be good to start building this bamboo farm. Okay, so the platform is placed in, and my frames are a bit choppy because we're currently doing this. We've got no rails, so we thought, what's better than making them? It's simple like this, just dupe them. This is a 1.14 duper, it's just like the old ones used to be, but instead of that you should have a piece of dead coral there, and it works like this. So we're just leaving this running for a bit, then we can place down all the powered rails, then we got to power them. I believe Dean has a load of redstone, so we can power all of our rails down here. I'm going to try and look away because it's a bit laggy and a bit choppy, but as you can see, if we fly up just like this and we turn around, it's quite a big space. It is quite a big space, and I like it. So there we go. We are getting tons of rails. We're going to place all of these down. JLR has had to shoot off, but then basically all we're going to have to do is just place down the rails all just along lines like this. Okay, so as you can see, we have been a bit busy. What we've done is we have placed in all of the rails down here. Can I slide in? No, I cannot. If we can jump down, there we go. As you see, all the rails are in place with powered rails. We haven't done the loop round circuit yet, but that will come in place in just a bit. But what I want to do now is, as you'll see, we've also planted all of the bamboo up the top, and I have been leaving it to grow for a while. Yeah, that's quite a bit of bamboo. That is quite a bit. This is going to be a massive farm. It's actually going to be making use of 2 flying machines. 2, because one won't cut it. We're going to need 2 flying machines going across, which is going to be absolutely awesome. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to build up the structure around the farm, because we actually need some of the structure around the farm to stop items flying off the side. So actually it's quite an important part of the farm itself. And I'm thinking, this is going to be our new industrial area all around this area. I really need to turn clouds off. All around this area here, we're going to have new different farms. I've got loads and loads of ideas. We're going to be doing some projects with other people, our own single projects, all those kind of bits and pieces. And I'm really excited for this area. This is going to be a really exciting area to build. We're going to build some streets, some roads, some houses, that kind of thing. But all in the kind of style of our base. We're going to be sticking with this style. Now, what I want to do is I want to work out how we're going to build this one up. Now, what I'm thinking is I've got a couple of ideas in my head. And if I come out to this block here, I'm just going to build a couple of things up. And we'll see where we get to. And then I'll show you. Okay, so I've just flown back for the first time after building this up. And looking at it, these thick pillars look good. But that's not big enough, is it? That looks a bit pathetically thin. I think I want to put another pillar in the middle here, and then the rest of it's going to be glass, so we can look inside of this thing and look at it. Obviously, this spruce is all temporary, you won't actually see this, and I think we'll build up... Oh, hello, hello, hello. Right, we'll get rid of you. I think what we'll do below is we'll actually use stone bricks up to the grass level, so then it's just that. So I think I'll add a bit more texture and depth to this, but I don't know if I've actually built these at the right. So that is, I've got really bad frames at the moment. As you'll see, I'm stuttering a lot, and I think it could be something to do with this bamboo, and I'm not 100% sure why. So I'm hoping when this is actually fully grown, that will help the situation, because I think it could be something to do with the bamboo growing. So it's only been recently, since the bamboo's been planted, that I've had bad frames. So if we take a look, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks wide, and then if we go and take a look at the other one, I think I made this one even wider. So let's fly down here, and let's have a look. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need to build that one up more, and I think what I'll do is I'll actually add another 2 blocks of depth. Wow, this is a slideshow at the moment. I'll add another 2 blocks of depth like that. I would do a time lapse, but I think it could just look like this, so I won't go ahead and do that yet, but we will have a time lapse later in today's episode. So I'm going to crack on with things, hopefully get some glass in place. I've just smelted up a load over at the base, then we can dye that. I'm thinking light grey dye. I think that's what's going to work best for the build. I think that's going to look the best, but I'm going to build up the rest of this, and I'll catch you once that's done. Okay, so I've just placed the final block in just the front facade, and I'm scared to have a look at this because I don't know how this has looked. I haven't looked at this once, and you know what? I'm going to quickly turn clouds off just to get a proper view of this. Right, okay, there we go. Let's have a look. That looks good. I like that. I like that. It's the kind of style I'm going for. Really plain and simple. And the reason for that is because the buildings we're going to have around here are going to be basically all in this kind of style, but massive. Massive, big scale buildings. Obviously, the rest of the building hasn't been built up because obviously my concrete supplies are very low, which I've only got that left. We've got to craft some more up. I think my sand and gravel supplies are also running low. We've got loads of white dye, which we're fine with. So yeah. That's all I built up so far, but now we've got that in place, we kind of know the style, so I think what I want to do next is I really want to crack on and build up the rest of this. I'm thinking for the back walls, I'm going to keep them fairly open. Or I think that back wall there is going to be just solid concrete. Absolute solid concrete, because I don't think we're going to be building that area. I think it's going to be more this area over here that we're going to be building in, so it's not really going to be seen. So I'm thinking just a solid white concrete wall going up there, and at this end here we're going to have a glass window, but not at that end, just because that end's going to have a load of redstone with all the sorting system and it'll look quite ugly, but this end here we can have it open just so you can get this kind of L-shaped view into the bamboo farm. So I think the next job now is really just to crack on. I'm going to go on the grind and start building this up. Okay, so as we sleep through the night, I want to go and take a look at the warehouse and what it is looking like so far. I think it is looking really, really cool. We're actually looking from the wrong side that I want to look at the moment, but if we turn around just here, as we can see, all of the walls have been put in place, bar the black back wall here. I've decided what I want to do, and I'm clearly missing a block there, so let's see if we can fill that in while we are up here. I've come up with an idea of what I want to do, and I've come up with some more ideas of tweaks I want to make. So for this back wall here, I decided I don't want to do glass again. So what I'm thinking is I have just started smelting up a lot of smooth stone. So let's go and see if that is done. I put in about an inventory full. Well, an exact inventory full. There we go. The last of that is coming in at the moment. Now, I reckon a bunch of this, putting in the back wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a few stacks just like that. And let's go and put this in the back wall and see what this looks like. I think this is going to go with obviously the grey with the glass that we've got, and I decided to put glass on both sides. And I've got another idea, which I want to extend these walls out another block. So these stand out another block as well. So now I'm thinking this wall we're just going to fill in. This is going to be the plainer wall because we're not really going to be seeing any of this side. And as you can see, every time I place a block, there is actually quite a bit of a lag spike. If I bring up this menu just there, that's the wrong menu. Let's try and do this again. Nope, that's the wrong menu as well. That one there. Every time I place a block, you'll see we get a massive spike on this, and it's just when I place a block or break it. It's just near this bamboo. But I mean, just look at that. Look at those spikes. That is absolutely mental. It's been a bit of a tough build. But now what I'm planning to do is I'm going to fill in these back walls just like this. Let's turn that off. There we go. I think that's going to work well. We're going to fill in them right up to the roof. And then I'm going to extend all of this out by 1 block. So it's actually going to come out 1 more block just like this, just here, just so it adds a little bit more depth, and because these are the main structural blocks of our build. So if we get rid of this, obviously we're going to build all this up just like that, and there's the server restart. So yeah, we're just going to build these up just like this. I'm going to crack on, and then we're going to have our warehouse done. Then we got to crack on with the redstone. Okay, so back to the shopping district again, and I just spent a stack of diamonds on white concrete powder. I have a shulker box full there, and also I've bought some more out there, and as you can see, the spire, is it squire or spire? I don't really know. Pyro's going to be angry at me down in the comment section, but they're rich. They're rich. I'm poor now. I've got no diamonds. I actually want to go and check our prismarine shop, because I believe actually we may have made some diamonds over here. So let's go and take a look. There we go. We've got a couple in there. Something tells me we're not going to get back to a stack of diamonds, but 20 diamonds, that's not too bad. Plus a couple more, 24 diamonds. Not too shabby. I'm happy with that. You know what? I might go and check the iron shop as well, and then we're going to head back to the base. And I finished actually pumping up all of the walls so they're thicker. Let's go and take a look at that now. Okay, so standing up here at the base, look at that. The warehouse is looking very, very cool. I have an idea for the roof design, and I'm not 100% sure. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till Dean and JLR, or Dragon and JLR, get online, and then we're going to work out the redstone, probably as a group. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and work out how I'm going to do the roof. What I'm going to be using for the roof is actually smooth stone slabs. So I believe if we head down into our little storage mess with our burning trader llama heads, wandering trader heads and the campfire down here, let's take a look. Yes, I do have a whole bunch here, and we're actually just going to make use of the slab variation just like this. So if we take a few of these, the first job I think is going to be to slab the whole roof. Now I'm not 100% sure how I want to do this now, thinking about it. This is going to be interesting. If I fly up to the top, my idea is we're going to have some decorations from like fans and something on the top, but I'm thinking a fairly flat roof, and to start off with, I think I want to make it now. I don't know if I want to slab the whole top of the roof just like this. That would help because it would stop mobs spawning. Which, if we cover a little bit of this, then let's take a look at it from back over there, which is where we're going to see it most from. So let's take a look at this over there. Okay, so you know what? I think that worked. I think that works because it actually limits down the amount of concrete, we see. Because I think it is very white dominated at the moment, and coming around the back, it probably won't look as amazing because it is very, very stone slabby. But you know what? I think this building is looking alright. It's looking as I want it to. So yeah, I'm going to begin working on how I'm going to do the roof. And yeah, once I've done that, I'll catch you. And then I guess we'll be doing some of the redstone for this farm, which I'm so excited for. Okay, so the factory now has a roof on it. As you can see, the walls have been thickened out, which is the word, not thickened. And as you can see, I think it's doing pretty good. Unfortunately, I'm not really sure what I want to do up here on the roof. I've come up with these kind of vents kind of things, and I've got a few of them on the lowest level, well, the second lowest level, but I'm not really sure what I want to do. I want to obviously break it up and not just have these fans. So if you've got any suggestions for what we should do to decorate the roof, let me know down in the comment section, or let me know in Discord with some screenshots of what you've come up with. I'd be really interested to see, and we could probably implement them up on the roof. But what we need to do now is we actually need to go inside, and I want to show you something else we've done. If we head up to the top, you'll see there is now this scaffolding here, which is our way up and down. We can have a look into the bamboo area, and it's fairly dark in here, but that's not too much of a worry. But as we head up to the top, you will probably see this over here. Let's come up here. We've now got a walkway made out of a lot of iron, as you can see, which means we can just walk along, look down at the bamboo. Pretty factory-like, I reckon, and I think this looks really, really nice. But what we need to do now is we need to crack on with the redstone. So I think we're going to need to head over to our testing world and come up with a flying machine that's actually going to be breaking all of this bamboo. Okay, so here we go. It's a really, really, really simple flying machine. There are 2 observers, 2 pistons, and just a bunch of slime, and I put glass on the ends because obviously we're going to have walls here, and well, we'll pretend they aren't obsidian, but they obviously are concrete and brick walls there, so they'll be on the side. So we put glass so that won't be attached, and all we have to do is if we update that observer there, as you'll see, that flies off. Obviously it'll be a longer length, but that we've made a quick resend circuit over here, which is nice and simple. This observer detects when that this gets updated. It'll see when this slime block or when the piston turns up. So when the piston turns up, it will detect that, send a pulse through there, delay it just a little bit so it doesn't bug out and do some weird stuff, and then it will just update it via a piston, just like that, which doesn't even need to be sticky. We can just make that a normal old piston. Really nice and simple. That sends it backwards, and then we'll obviously have a different activation circuit just here, and all we have to do is just update that observer right there. So if we break this, you'll see, there we go, it sends it off again. Really nice and simple. So what we need to go and do now is work out the actual length of it. This is the maximum length I can make it without it. If we add any more blocks, let's say we add just a slime block on top, we will see that gets left behind because that's glass, of course. So that's why that didn't work. But if we add one here, we'll see that just like that end up there gets retracted. And then if we add it like that, it's not going to move whatsoever. So that's the maximum length. We're going to head onto the server, build this up, and hopefully we can begin to get this bamboo farm in the works. This is going to be awesome. Okay, so we have built up the flying machines, and we've also made sure the rails are in place, the hop-on minecarts are in place, and we're going to activate this for the first time. It is going to be super laggy, I reckon. So I'm just going to go for it. Are you ready, Dragon?
Yeah.
Right, Dragon's at the other end. He's going to hit the button when it's come back to us. The flying machine should return, but who knows? I'm going to do this now. Well, that's a bit embarrassing, to be honest. I put the observer in the wrong place. It's going. There we go. Oh my word, the frames.
Should I push the button?
Yeah, why not? Go ahead. Oh wow. It's not actually even rendering in for me anymore, but my frames are limited. I heard the minecarts go past.
I have 2 FPS.
Yeah, I'm at 5. I'm at 5. It's working. I think. There we go. It's rendered in for me.
Yeah, for me too.
You might, if the minecarts have come back, wait for them to empty. It didn't harvest that side because I had to quickly tweak it. Have they come back and empty? Oh wow, they're full. They're gonna have to go a few times. Wow. Okay, so we, as you just saw, we have just done the first harvest, and with amazing success. If we try and head into the building, just down here, and head up, what we will see is actually, I'll sleep and show you, because it'll be a bit easier to show you what I'm trying to show you. Okay, so as I was just saying, as you can see, we have just done the first harvest, and it's gone so well. We have got such an incredible amount of bamboo. But what we have realised is bamboo needs light to grow, and without light means it doesn't grow. So you'll see all this stuff in the middle hasn't been growing since the harvest, whereas stuff near the windows has been. So we are making the drastic decision. The easiest way for us to get around this is just to rip off the roof. So the whole roof is going. We're going to keep probably this raised up bit here, and I've got a couple of ideas of what we could add just to add a bit more detail. Maybe we'll add some kind of glass roof. We'll keep the platform up here because I think that's still quite cool to look at. But yeah, the roof has got to come off, so I think it's time for a time lapse. And there we go, look at that. It's weird. ish. Oh, and look at the frame drops. We're getting them a bit funky, which is a bit annoying. But hopefully 1.14.2 is around the corner fairly soon. So hopefully that should fix up some of the issues we are having. But yeah, it's a bit choppy, but in other times it is looking quite good. I think we are going to have to add a little bit to the platform just to bulk it out. Maybe add some connections over to the walls over there. But otherwise, this bamboo farm is very, very cool. It's almost functional. There's a little bit more redstone we need to do linking up to the sorting system and making the flying machine work 100% as it should be. And yeah, it is choppy frame time. But thank you for watching today's episode. If you have enjoyed, leave a like as it really helps out the channel a lot. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.